Hi everyone, and thanks for coming back to my YouTube channel. Today I wanted to share a tutorial on a card that I just made. I found inspiration from a crafter on YouTube, Ian. He is the Off Kilter Crafter. I'm going to go ahead and leave a link in the description box below. Please go ahead and check out his channel and the video. So let's get started in making this card. Alright, so for this card I only used 4 pieces of paper. At the top there it was an A2 top folding card. On the left I have some silver paper. On the right I have some watercolor paper, and on the bottom I have just a piece of white paper that I went ahead and cut out some Jewish stars on my electronic cutting machine. It was really easy. I just put the stars on there and then I spaced them evenly and then I cut that out. So for this card, what's going to happen is I'm going to go ahead and watercolor the watercolor paper, and that's actually going to go behind the top layer, which is the stars that are cut out. So I'm getting my paper prepared to watercolor. Now I probably should have taped it down to a surface or did some other type of prep, because as you're going to see, it's going to start to bend. But I went ahead and I fixed that, and I will definitely show you how I did that. So the first thing that I did was I took clean water with my brush and I went ahead and I wet the page. As you can see, it's starting to bow up a little bit. And then I went ahead and I took my green. I did speed up the video during the watercolor process just so that it wouldn't be so long. But basically I just went ahead and first I did stripes, and then I turned the page, and then I did stripes the other direction, thus making a crisscross for checkers. And once I was done with that, I was going to go ahead and let the paper dry by itself, but what I ended up doing, and you can see it was a little flatter there, was I ended up taking my heat tool or my heat gun, and I heated the page from the front and the back, and it pretty much flattened it out. So that was pretty good. So here I have my top piece, and I went ahead and I put foam adhesive all along the back, and then I matched it up to the watercolor page once the page was completely dry. And now you can see pretty much what the design is going to look like. So you can see the blues and the greens peeking through the stars there. I think that looks really nice. Something that I thought would look really nice also is maybe to add just a little bit of Wink of Stella maybe on the watercolor page, so that the glitter just shows ever so slightly. So here I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue down the silver paper onto my cardstock. As I was pointing out there, the page is really thin and it bent just a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and fix that. I was kind of afraid to use adhesive tape on it because I'm not very good at lining things up, and I knew if I put it on the wrong way accidentally, there was no way that I was going to take that off. So I put glue on it, and I went ahead and I glued that to the front of my A2 card. And basically what's going to happen is the silver is going to peek out from the edges, so it's just going to have a nice silver border. That's why I didn't put any glue on the inside, because there's going to be an awful lot of adhesive on the back of the watercolor page when I put that down. Alright, so here I'm going to use my ATG, and I'm going to go ahead and put adhesive on the back of the watercolor paper. And I'm going to put an awful lot. It'll help it lay flat on the card as well. And now I am going to match it up and add this centered as best as possible onto the front of the card. Now here I'm using my Tim Holtz stamp platform and some black ink, and I'm going to go ahead and stamp a sentiment on a scrap piece of paper that I had. Close the door there, press it down, And I really like using the stamp platform because I'm not a great stamper, so if that did not get a good impression on the first time, I would have been able to restamp it again, but I didn't. It came out perfect. So I'm going to slide that off. I'm going to clean off my stamp. My stamp is stained, but I did clean it off. I'm using the Lawn Fawn stamp chamois, which I really like. It gets all the ink off super easy. And now I'm going to go ahead and put foam tape on the back of the sentiment. Now peel away the backing off the foam adhesive. And I kind of wanted this on the bottom portion of the card, so I'm gonna put it between the those two rows there at the bottom. And there you have it. There is the finished card. It really didn't take very long. The watercolors that I used were just basic. They didn't even have a brand name to it. They were just kids' watercolors, so I didn't use anything fancy. So it's definitely something anybody can do. And I hope you guys give it a try. So there is my finished card. I thank you for joining me in my video today. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and click the bell icon to be notified when I upload new videos. Thanks and have a great day.